on record. Let's go back to the entire fracas about the dissolution of the PKTT and stuff. Do you think that political killings are still prevalent in the political system in South Africa?
Do I?
Do you think that in the political system of South Africa, we are daily still experiencing political killings?
Yes, but at a much lower rate
than it was before.
Do
you think that was the impact of the PKTT?
At that point in time, yes.
No, I'm saying general. Do you think that political killings are still prevalent in our political system? You say yes, but in a much lower rate.
Yes.
Do you think that that much lower rate is as a result of the work that was done by the political killings task team?
I agree.
You agree?
Yes.
Do you think that it is quite warranted that such a working political killing task team be dissolved? What is your view as a deputy national commissioner now? They're analyzing the situation, seeing this team that you agree here under oath that is working hard. Do you think it was a proper decision to proceed with this dissolution given what you have just told us?
Personally, and looking at what the South African Police Services embarked on themselves, they embarked on a journey to dissolve the task teams and to make sure that they establish specialized units that will take care of, including, among others, political killings.
No. General, we are talking about one letter here. I hear you are bringing an overall approach over task teams. Here, what brings us here today is the letter of the 31st of December 2024. And that letter only speaks about the political killings task team. So, you are saying, in your view, political killings are still prevalent, and the political killings task team has done a tremendous job in reducing political killings in South Africa. Now, the question still is, do you think then, therefore, that it's a proper, well-calculated decision, given these circumstances, to dissolve it?
Honorable Chair, I'm saying still, they said to the House Portfolio Committee Chairperson that they have achieved the purpose for which they were established. They have stabilized all the districts except only eThekwini district. Now, we can't keep them only to attend to only one district now. I said yesterday, go to El Dorado Park, go to Westbury, go to Hanover Park, Manenberg, all those dangerous areas, Cape Flats, where people are dying every day. Let us refocus the energy and the resources and the budget to where they are needed. And we don't say political killing task team must die. We're saying we have now come up with a work study that says they must fall under murder and robbery unit so that the whole country can have a benefit of the expertise, to have expertise throughout the country to be able to fight this type of cases. Any murder, taxi violence murder, serial murder, police killings, if it falls under murder and robbery unit, that has got a pool of excellence within it, they will be able to operate throughout the country. But you don't need to have a small group of people based in KZN to take over the whole country.
Okay.
Yeah, just to hold it there. General, when you say that we are saying that the resources that we have deployed to the PKTT must fall under, you say, murder and robbery unit. Is that what is contained in the letter that was written by the minister dissolving the PKTT?
Yes. Okay. And also when you look at the work study they did, it says that they must fall under murder and robbery unit. And it is also what they presented in Parliament, that it must fall within the murder and robbery unit. So in general, there's no disagreement that they belong. This is serious and violent crime that falls under component serious and violent crime. This is where they belong. So we should put structures, permanent structures, and even the CFO commented and say post-elections they must be deactivated. When you look at the elections that passed, there was zero incident. In many times, it is just because of how you deploy. But let us have, throughout the country, structures that are well established to be able to fight that.
Chair, I think let's pass, because what would have been said on the 5th of March in the Portfolio Committee meeting is actually an aftermath of, was the letter predates that meeting. The letter is 31st December 2024. The meeting is 5 March 2025. Now, in this dissolution, you proceed with a plan and you sign the plan. General Masemola says, what keeps the status of the political killings system intact is the fact that the minister did not sign his winding down plan. You say in your statement, you have signed the plan. How many plans did you have to dissolve the
system? How many plans?
Plan.
There was one plan that says, as per the directive that I received from the Office of the National Commissioner, is to disband and to deactivate, to communicate the deactivation to the team. That's the communication that I received from the National Commissioner.
Okay.
And both the email and a document now that is well structured coming from the Office of the National Commissioner that gives out or lays out the whole plan coming from the National Commissioner's office, confirmed by him in July, in the March in Parliament, and the next day on the 6th of March in a form of an action plan. So all I'm saying is that there's never been any objection in front of the minister, at least.
Okay.
And in my case, I was never written anything in writing. If the National Commissioner was of the view or of the opinion that it looked like I am not listening or I don't cooperate, the National Commissioner would have officially written to me and say, this thing I'm still attending to it with the minister, and I would like to urge you to, at this point in time, hold back your horses because until further notice, but I am engaging the minister. You wouldn't have seen even a single letter from me.
Okay, was there a meeting between yourself, General Khumalo, General Masemola, General Mkhwanazi, the Chief of Staff, Mr. Nkabinde, and the Minister discussing a winding down plan of the political killings system?
Unless in Parliament, but I've never sat in a meeting when the political killing system was being discussed and General Mkhwanazi was involved. But there has been meetings where there is General Masemola, Nkabinde, Khumalo.
We have evidence in our disposal that there was such a meeting where you had the other tree supporting the plan and the other tree does not. It is not supporting the plan. But let's leave it like that. So in your winding down, let's leave the Masemola winding down. Chair, it looks like we've got two winding down plans here. The one of General Sibiya and the one of General Masemola. Let's go to yours. Political killing system does not only comprise of SAPS members. Comprise DPCI, comprise NPA, comprise crime intelligence. In your plan, was there a consultation process to those that are part of the political killing system?
Let's start here. There are no two national commissioners. There's only one.
No.
I'm responding, Chair.
No. Never did I say there are two national commissioners. I'm saying evidence in the disposal of the Ad Hoc Committee now is that a statement by the National Commissioner says, I developed a wilding down plan of the political killings task team. And the reason why the political killings task team is still intact now is because the minister did not sign my plan. You depose your own statement immediately after General Masemula. You say you have signed the plan, the process plan to dissolve the political killings task team. That's the point. So I'm submitting to the chair that we've got two plans. The one submitted by the National Commissioner and the other submitted by his deputy.
I'm still responding, Chair, that there are no two plans. There's one plan, and that plan is that of the National Commissioner. Then you don't have a Sibiya plan, you don't have a National Commissioner's plan. The plan that is supposedly supposed to be that of General Sibiya is the one that comes from the National Commissioner's office through his office managers, the one that we are relying on, and it takes care of all the issues raised, the stakeholder engagement and many other things. And I can read the topic. I just want to get to.
No, it's fine. You can leave it. I got the answer. I got the answer. Oh, yeah, done.
So there are no two plans. Okay. One plan.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's take it from them.
Honorable member, let's do it like this. General Sibiya, did you want to refer the member to some information in your notes?
Yes, Chair.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Let's allow him to take you through.
Talk about assessments and dockets. We have not arrived there. We're going there.
I have to survive.
We passed the issue of the two plans, Chair. It is the evidence of the general that no, they are not two according to his knowledge. It's fine. Let's take it from there. Let's just record it as he says it. So the letter that he reads speaks about informing stakeholders internally and externally. Because, Chair, when a possibility arises for NPA, DPCI, and crime intelligence to come to this committee, we'll ask them if they know about any plan or any process to disband the political killings task team. So I'm asking again to you, General, have you been able to inform those stakeholders of the directive and the plan thereof in respect of the dissolution of the political killings task team? I'm asking you as a person who says you received a directive from the Office of the National Commissioner to manage this process. We are doing this, General, so they don't come here and say, no, we don't know anything about that. So it must be on record that you have informed them that the political killings task team has reached its sell-by date.
Chair, that was not my responsibility to do that, to inform the stakeholders. The stakeholders had to be informed by the project manager of the political killing task team. The instruction came that says, communicate this to the relevant team. I did that. Theirs was to start the process and to start running with the baton. Not me running letters all over, writing letters to every stakeholder, to that one and that one, going to see that one, going to meet that one. It was the responsibility of the task team project leader to do it.
General, you speak like someone who's operating in a peripheral environment. You are given a responsibility to head an institution as big as SAPS. Beyond that, you are given a responsibility to oversee and preside over a process of dissolving the political task teams, didn't you? Was that responsibility not given to you?
That's correct.
Is it not your responsibility to ensure that your subordinates or your juniors do the obligations that they've been given to expedite the process.
That is why I was writing those.
But you can't say you can't go around with letters. The point here is, you are a boss that's presiding over a process.
Yes.
Now, whoever you have given that obligation of writing a letter is not important for these purposes. The question is, were the stakeholders informed of the process you presided over?
The stakeholders had to be informed by the project manager, not by myself.
Chair, can I repeat the question? I am not asking who bears the responsibility of informing the stakeholders. Imagine today, the chair gives us, all of us as members, responsibilities one by one. And when the chair is asked outside by the media that, how are you handling this and that? And he says, no, I gave that to Nqola, it's not on me. The point, General, here is that you are presiding over the process now. You give responsibilities to the project manager. So it's upon your obligation to ensure that who you gave a responsibility actually does the responsibility given. Unless you are saying you are not aware whether those stakeholders were informed or not.
Chair, all I know is that the direct instruction from the Office of the National Commissioner says, communicate to the relevant team and to prepare a close-up report. Then come a letter of the 17th that gives a roadmap that says this is what must happen. Inform the internal and stakeholders. This comes from me telling the project manager, inform the internal and external. That's the part that I could play and how far I could go. And
so
that's
you're not aware whether that one you gave a responsibility to inform stakeholders did that responsibility? I'm not aware. Okay, let's pass that part. So in your view, what is the status of the political killings team?
Just like General Nqola said, it's running, it's up and running.
So it's not dissolved?
It never was.
Okay. The plan was signed?
The plan was signed.
But why was it not dissolved then?
Because General Nqola says he was not informed, therefore the team is running.
So, according to General Nqola, he is acting against the instructions of the top brass of the service.
Which happened.
Okay. Let's go to dockets. Okay, General, you have just confirmed with us now that the political killings team is up and running. If that's the case, why were 121 dockets taken from the political killings team that is up and running?
Chair, a decision was taken to disband immediately. And the political killing team project manager did say that this political killing team have achieved the purpose for which it was intended for, to stabilize and to fight the killings of the politicians and your traditional leaders and others. Now, when you look at the map, I wish we could display the map. If it's doable, Chair, that what was presented in the to be able to see how they've stabilized. I don't know, Chair, evidence leader, that is it possible to put that document that shows how they have stabilized, all of them green, and then that in fact it shows 1-1, and they said only eThekwini district is the one that is problematic, but the rest, there are no political killing team anymore. So as a result, it can be used as a benchmark and that it will be now done in a phase-out approach. It will be taken to murder and robbery unit. This is now General Nqola saying it will be taken to murder and robbery unit.
Okay, let's leave General Nqola. Let's leave what General Nqola says. The letter was what General Nqola would have said it was actually later than the 31st of December 2024. The letter says, the service of the political killings task team is no longer required because it's no longer adding any value. And you have attested here in front of us that, in your view, the political killings task team has actually been able to down spiral the rate at which political killings happened in South Africa. Now, let's pass this stage, General.
If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us grow and create even more exciting videos for you. Thanks for watching.